All right. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Wednesday evening yoga. This is the last class of 2020. Wow. That doesn't matter to you if you're not watching this class live. It means nothing because time is not meaningful when all you do is stay at home. But this time is meaningful no matter what happens. So my favorite thing about practicing yoga when I'm in a weird mood is that it always helps shift something. So no matter where you're at, with the way you showed up to class today, I hope that by the time we're done with about 60 minutes of movement and breath that you feel better, whatever that means for you. In terms of props, today you just need one yoga block. Or what are we using it for? For support, to touch the ground. So if you don't have a block, something else sort of sturdy that you can put a hand on. And I'm excited about the class today. It is kind of like going to be sneakily challenging through some like longer holds and a little bit of a slower burn. I'm going to play around with some plank variations, but mostly this is a class targeted on hip opening, chest opening, and twisting. So some of my favorite things, hopefully some of your favorite things. The playlist is in the chat box if you're interested in following along. The preamble is over now. We're going to get started in a seated position. I'm pressing play on the playlist right now. So find your tall feet, whatever's comfy for you. I'll be sitting on a block. Get some wiggles out. Take your time with that. Arrive in a position where you can spend a little bit of time getting grounded, getting calm and still. Close your eyes if that feels okay. Sit up really tall. Relax the shoulders. Lift through the crown of your head and the top of your heart. Take a couple big, slow breaths on your own, feeling the body fill and expand with air as you inhale. And noticing a releasing as you breathe out. Take as many of those as you need. And invite the body to soften with the breath. Sockets of the eyes are soft, jaw is soft. Relax your hands. Relax your belly. And we'll take 3 big breaths together to unify as we begin. Breathe in through your nose, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Good, another like that. Breathing in, filling up. And a bigger breath out, releasing anything you don't need. Last one, breathe in. Sigh it out. Good, blink your eyes open. Let's find some gentle movements through the neck, dropping the right ear towards the right shoulder. Opening up along the left side of the neck here. Wiggle your jaw around. Pull your shoulders back and down. And drop your chin towards your chest, stretching along the back of the neck. A few breaths here, noticing any sensations. And this time, left ear towards left shoulder, lift the right ear up towards the sky. A few breaths here, stretching along the right side of the neck. And find a little bit of movement here between these 3 little shapes. Waking up the neck, the throat. Keeping that same sense of stillness and peace within the body that we found as we breathed just a few moments ago. And one more full round of whatever you're doing with the neck. Good. Release the neck back to neutral. Bring your left hands towards the ground or over towards the side. We're going to go into a big side bend. Breathe in, reach the right arm up. As you breathe out, bending towards the left, you can use your left hand, maybe your left forearm on the ground. Open up all the way from the right hip out towards the tips of your fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out. Collect yourself back at center. Let's go the other way. Right fingertips down. Breathe in, left arm high. Breathe out, bend towards the right. We're going to find a flow with these movements. An invitation to add on, if it feels good from here, is to swoop down and forward. And then like you're coming into the side bend on the other side, kind of pulling up, opening through the chest. If this is uncomfortable for you to do in this seated position, I invite you to stick with flowing side to side with the side bend. So you have about 30 seconds here to breathe and explore this opening through the chest, shoulders, rib cage. Move in a way that feels organic and natural and good. You're about halfway done. Lengthening with each inhale, deepening as you exhale. Last full round of whatever flow you're playing with right here. We'll meet back in the seated position together. All right, nice job. If you're sitting on something, release it from beneath you. Come to sitting flat on your bum, send your feet out in front of you and bring your hands behind you. You're kind of leaning back, but you're not totally like crunching down. This is yoga. We're holding ourselves up. Core is lightly engaged. Chest is lifting up and forward. And then just take both of your knees over towards the left. Send a few breaths here, breathing, noticing how this feels through the right hip, especially. This is internal rotation, not something we do very often. Come back to center. And as you exhale, drop the knees over towards the right. We'll find a flow between these two movements. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop towards the right. Good. Two more. Move on your own. Using the breath to mobilize a sticky hip joint, sticky knee joint. One more full round of breath and movement. When we meet back at center, lower your back all the way down onto the ground, setting up for some bridge pose. Feet are flat on the floor. Wiggle your heels a little closer to your glutes. Palms press straight down onto the earth. Breathe in, lift your hips. We'll be here for several breaths at first, then we'll flow with some movement with the arms. So from here, push your feet down. Use the whole surface area of both feet. Feel your hamstrings ignite. Feel your glutes turn on. See if you can lengthen your low back here. Gently tuck your shoulder blades underneath you to boost your heart up. 3 more breaths, feeling powerful through the legs. A gentle opening through your heart. Good, one more breath in. And as you exhale, lower the hips down. Now we'll flow through that 3 times. So option to move the arms, or you can keep them down on the ground. Breathe in, bridge pose, maybe reach the arms back. Exhale, lower down. Good, breathe in, lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, come back down. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Good, hug your knees into your chest. Give your low back just a little massage here. Gently rocking side to side, maybe drawing circles with the knees. And then as you breathe in, hug your knees into the chest. As you exhale, drop your knees over towards the left, finding a nice supine twist. Both palms press down into the ground, so your shoulders are anchoring towards the earth, letting the twist come entirely from the trunk of your body. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, drop your knees over towards the right, same twist, different direction. We'll move now between these two shapes in a little flow, starting to get the core turned on. So arms stay out at a T just as they are. Inhale, knees come to center. Exhale, knees drop towards the left and just hover to make it harder. Straighten your legs more. Breathe in, come to center. Breathe out, hover towards the right. Straightening the legs makes it harder. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, hover to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hover right. Move through 2 more rounds of this on your own. Staying connected to your core, noticing the different sensations through your whole body as you do this movement slowly and with control. Good, 1 more round. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm on the creakiest part of the floor right now. Nice job. When your knees come back to center the last time, find happy baby pose, feet stamp towards the sky, grab for your feet, maybe for the backs of your legs. Just enjoy some freestyle stretching. I heard someone call this ninja baby the other day, like when one leg goes long, and I really like that. So a happy, non-violent ninja baby. All right, we're gonna meet in downward facing dog in about 5 breaths. So stay here as long as it's feeling good, and then you can make your way to downward dog in your favorite way. Invitation to rock and roll along the length of your spine, unless that doesn't feel good, in which case, do this in a way that feels better for your body. We'll meet in downward dog together in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Palms spread about shoulders width distance apart. Feet can be hips width distance or even wider on your mat if it feels better for you. Costume change. Whew. Good. Spread your fingertips wide. Push your hands down. See if you can lengthen your spine even more here. Pedal out through your legs. Shift your hips side to side. Explore what feels good here in this shape for 3 more breaths. Good. Mentally locate your block. You'll be grabbing it in a moment. Walk your hands back towards your feet, finding ragdoll pose. And if you need to go grab your block, go grab it. We're going to use it for a twist in a moment. So ragdoll, feet are at least hips width distance. Torso hangs heavy. Neck and shoulders relax down. 3 breaths here to invite whatever movement you're looking for. Slide the block directly under your face. Bring your left hand or fist onto the block. As you breathe in, bend the left knee. Reach the right arm high. 2 breaths here. Reach both arms long. Spread your collarbones wide. Breathe in. And breathe out, come back down. Let's switch out the sides. Right hand or fist on the block, bend the right knee, breathe in. Left hand comes to the sky. Big twist, big opening through the arms across the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out, come back down. You can set that block off to the side, bend your knees generously, bring your hands to your hips, bring yourself up to stand. Nice. All right, we're gonna do a standing stretching set, and then we'll get moving a little more. So come to standing widthwise on your mat with your feet wide. Doesn't matter how wide. We're going to do some exalted twists. So you're going to send your arms out to a T and then start to turn towards your right. So you're lifting your left arm over and then up. So this is a twist towards the right, and you're adding in a back bend. You can use your right hand behind you on your low back for a little stability, but think about lifting through the left hip, Bringing this stretch all across the front side of your left body. Breathe in and breathe out, come back to center. Let's go the other way now. Right arm sweeps across and up. Right hip and toes might turn to help. And this is just a big stretch. Notice what happens if you gently firm your right glute. How does that affect the stretch across the right hip? Breathe in and breathe out, come back down. We'll flow now with this whole movement into the twist, get a breath in. So inhale, lift the left arm, stretch. Exhale to center. Inhale, swoop the right arm up and back. 2 more rounds of this all on your own, staying longer if the stretch feels really good. Good, take your time, 1 more full round. We'll meet back standing, legs wide on the mat. Good, when you're all done, we'll meet with our legs wide on the earth. Bring your hands to clasp behind you, or if they don't clasp, it's not comfy, just grab for opposite elbows. Take a breath in, puff up your chest. And as you exhale, hinge your hips forward, finding a big forward fold with a chest expansion. Lose the chest expansion if it doesn't feel good, but give yourself 5 breaths here to shift weight side to side. Maybe you want another twist. Maybe you crawl towards one side or the other, finding a lateral stretch. 2 more full, slow rounds of breath for you here. Good, bend your knees, bring your hands towards your hips to come back to standing, lift yourself with care, good. All right, and now find mountain pose at the front of your mat. So feet are about hip width distance apart or closer, toes spread wide, ground down through your feet, breathe in, reach your fingertips up high. As you breathe out, bend towards the right, so you can bring your right hand to your hip, to your left rib cage, whatever works for you, whatever helps you find a side bend and not crunch the left shoulder. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, bend to the left, your bend. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, back bend, push your hips forward, firm your glutes, open up your arms, maybe move your neck a little side to side here on this first one. Good, inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, come down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank and pause, plant your palms, step straight back. We're gonna spend some time today with different plank variations. So I'm not cueing cobra or chaturanga at all. If this is too much on your wrist at any point, I invite you to come down to forearm plank. Always welcome to lower to the knees, or if you want to just skip these as we play with them, you can go straight back to downward dog. But for now, the importance of the foundation of the plank will help you as we start to add on later. So spread your fingers really wide. Use the whole surface area of your hands to help here. Grip at the mat with your fingertips. Hug your arm bones towards each other. Keep breathing. Good. Now drag your hands back towards your feet and your feet towards your hands. Feel your whole core fire up. So good. Breathe in. Exhale, downward dog. Use your core to lift your hips. Great. We'll flow through those movements now twice, matching breath to movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, walk to meet your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, push your feet down. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, bend left, nice. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend, lift your chest. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank, and this time we're doing chest taps. So you can bring your feet a little wider and just start to lift. Maybe one arm to touch your elbow, maybe up to touch your chest. We're doing 2 more on each side. Good. Squeeze your legs to help keep your core steady. 1 more each side. You're doing awesome. And when you're done, use your core, downward dog. All right, last time through, breathe in, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, hop, step. Inhale, lift half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, bend left. Keep your core tight. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank and pause. You can just hold it. You can do chest taps, or to try the one arm plank, reach, shift weight to your right arm, engage your legs, lift the left fingertip any amount, maybe all the way forward, maybe just a hair off your mat and then back down. Then squeeze the legs, reach the right arm up. Do one more on each side, move slowly. Notice what muscles are supporting this movement. Hint, it's all of them. Good, and when you're done, with control, downward dog. Beautiful job. All right, let's move on. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open up the hip. Maybe you just let it hang here, letting gravity do its work, or move the knee in circles for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, right leg high, both hip points point down. Exhale, fall in triangle, bring right knee towards left elbow, and then step through. Lift the left arm up. This is a side plank variation. Nice. Bring the left hand back down. Inhale, right leg back to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, step through with control. Good. Inhale, easy twist. Plant the left palm or fist, reach right arm high. Pause for a few moments here. Activate the back leg. Pinch your shoulder blades together behind you. Reach your top arm to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Good. Inhale, high crescent. Reach first forward and then up. You can stay here for a moment to get grounded. Feet are on parallel tracks. Hip points both point forward. So think about pulling your right hip back, pushing your left hip forward. Strong lunge in the front leg. Big breath in. Exhale, exalted twist. Reach the right arm back, left arm forward, and then maybe you lift the left arm up. This is the lunge version of what we just did standing. One more big breath in here. You got it. And a big breath out. Inhale, star pose. Sweep both arms up, toes out, heels in. Exhale, goddess pose. Lower your hips down. Knees track over your middle towards your pinky toe. Lean back like there's a wall right behind you. Good. Feel your outer thighs turn on here. Engage your glutes to tuck your pelvis under you like 1 degree. Good. And we're just gonna hang out here for 2 more breaths. If it helps you to pass the time and like stay in your body, you can like find these little movements side to side if you just can't sit still. Good. Inhale, star, press up. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front of your mat. Right knee bends. Good. Pause here for a moment. Heels track towards each other or heel to arch alignment. Send energy out today. So out through your fingertips. Think about pushing into both feet so much you could tear your mat apart underneath you. Nice. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the strong bend in your knee. Reach up, maybe back. Soften your right shoulder away from your ear. Hug your heels towards each other here to engage your inner thighs. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Cartwheel your arms down. Good. Inhale, high plank, step straight back. Again, as you breathe, you can stay right here or you can try a plank jack. In today's world, that looks like step your left foot out, step your right foot out, step right in, step left in. So out, out, in, or if you're like, I really want to jump, you can, but you don't have to. It's harder to move slower. You're doing 4 of these total. So finish up probably 1 more. So good. And then downward facing dog. Nice job. All right, nice and slow on the left side here. Inhale, kick the left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Find movement or stillness. You're here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, fallen triangle, left knee to right armpit, step through, open up. Good, lift your hips up, use your core, right arm back to the mat, breathe in, kick the left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step through with control. Right hand or fist to the ground, squeeze the back leg, inhale, easy twist. Pause for a moment here, power up your twist, squeeze your legs, push your left foot down into the ground, reach 1 inch higher, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, nice. Inhale, high crescent, reach forward and then up. Take a moment to stabilize through the legs. Left hip comes back, right hip comes forward. Core is engaged, back glute is engaged. Inhale. Exhale, exalted twist, right arm forward and then sweeps up and back. Think about lengthening across the right hip. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Good, inhale, star pose, get big, toes out, heels in, you can wiggle your hips. And exhale, back down to goddess pose. You're welcome to just hold this shape if you're working on stability through the legs. For a little more shoulder and spinal mobility, bring your hands to your thighs, fingers point down. As you breathe in, puff up your chest. And as you exhale, drop one shoulder. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, drop the other shoulder. One more round of this. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop one shoulder. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, drop the other shoulder. Sorry, like really zened out for a moment. All right, back to center. Legs are still in this goddess squat. You're doing amazing. You're here for 4. For 3, are you breathing? For 2, yes, and 1. Inhale, star, press up. Exhale, warrior 2 towards your left knee. Good. Stay here for a few breaths. Experiment with powering up like you're sending energy out. We usually hug the heels in here. Neither one is right or wrong. It's just a different way to play with muscular engagements. Good. Wiggle your fingers. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay committed to this lunge in your front leg. Keep both legs activated. Reach the left arm. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel down. Inhale, high plank, step back. This time we're going down to forearms. You can stay right here in a forearm plank, or you're welcome to take hip dips, dropping the left hip down to the floor, kind of rocking onto the sides of the feet and up. And then dropping the right hip to hover, feet turn to the side and up. 2 more. Nice job. Keep breathing, keep pushing your arms into the floor, lifting up through the center of your belly button. You got 1 more set, you're doing amazing. And when you're done, push back up, high plank, and down dog. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna flow through just 1 time on each side. And I'm gonna cue us back to high plank, and it's gonna be your choice what we do. So I'll try to remember to say all the variations, but I might forget. Okay, inhale, kick the right leg high. Exhale, fallen triangle, or maybe just right elbow to left knee. Plant the left palm, inhale, right leg high, nice job. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent, lift the torso. Exhale, exalted twist. Inhale, star, toes out, heels in. Exhale, goddess, lower down just once. Inhale, star, push up. Exhale, warrior 2 towards the right leg, good. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge to your high plank variation. 3 sets of whatever you're doing. 3 sets of breathing are going right back to down dog. If you're with me, you probably have about 1 more of something, and then downward facing dog. Nice job. All right, last side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, fallen triangle, left leg comes through. Reach the right arm up. Right hand plants down, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the right hand, inhale, easy twist. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, exalted twist. Keep the lunge in your knee. Inhale, star pose. Windmill open. Exhale, goddess, sink. Just once, good. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two towards your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the lunge. Exhale, low lunge to high plank. Take your variation. Plank jacks, taps, arm reaches, hip dips for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Nice job. All right, lower down to your knees. You can grab a drink of water if you'd like one. Awesome job with the plank stuff. I know it's a lot. We're going to do some wrist love later to make up for it. And we're moving into the best part of class right now, which is the stretching part. All right, beautiful. Meet me flat on your belly for some belly down spine strengtheners. So we've been working on back body strength this whole time, doing so many planks, so many twists. And this is our chance to both target that area even more and to work on opening through the collarbones and across the throat. So Cobra is first. Bring your fingertips outside your mat, about even with your shoulders, and push your toenails down into the ground. Legs can be together for a challenge or wider for more support. And as you breathe in, peel your heart up. There is some weight in your fingertips, but feel how heavy your hips can be. Slide your shoulder blades down your back, creating a nice long neck. Gaze straight down in front of you so the back of your neck is long. You're still breathing. Feel the muscles in your upper back and all along your spine holding you here. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down with control. Good. Bring your arms out to a T. Next is locust. This time, breathe in, lift your chest, your arms, and your legs up. Good. This is kind of a give and take here. You're not going to be able to just like rise to your full height. This is a conversation with your body. Lifting your legs from the front of your thighs, feeling how the whole body is working here. Can you reach your neck a little longer? Lift up through the center of your shoulder blades. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Rest one cheek on the earth. Give yourself a little break. See how quickly you can make this be totally passive in your body. Good, we got 2 more. Option to repeat either Cobra or Locust. For Locust with a chest expansion, bring your hands to interlace behind you. Either zip your legs up or keep them a little bit wide. Exhale all your air. As you breathe in, lift your chest, lift your legs, lift your hands up, pulling your collarbones wide. You have 4 breaths here to rock, to roll. Hug your inner thighs towards each other and lift up. One more big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Rest your opposite cheek on the mat. Let your body melt down. Find rest. Good, last one. You're welcome to repeat any of those 3, or for floor bow, kick your glutes towards your butt. Grab for the outsides of your feet. Wiggle your knees closer to touch. This already starts to kind of pull the shoulders up and back. And from here, it's the kicking of your feet that drives this shape. So kick, 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 kick your feet. Keep lifting your hips from the front of your thighs. Lift the top of your heart up and forward. You can rock and roll on your tummy. Keep your knees hugging towards each other for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower down with control. Nice job. All right, we've got 2 really nice stretches to counteract that. The first, I know as intense shoulder stretch, and someone told me last week that they've heard it called shoulder pigeon, which is crazy, but I like it. So you're gonna bring left arm out first, out to a T, and then you're gonna gently roll onto that shoulder, bringing your right toes behind you any amount, maybe just kind of lightly rolling onto it is plenty, but see where you can bring some ease to this big stretch. Use your breath to calm your heartbeat. Go ahead, come back to center. We'll find that on the other side, rolling onto the right shoulder this time. Make your exhales a little longer than your inhales to let the body know it is time to start resting, relaxing. Even though if you're listening to the music, there's like still a Drake song playing, but you know. Go gently roll back to center. Press yourself up onto all fours. We get to do thread the needle next. We don't usually do it in the middle of the class. Thought it would be a fun New Year's treat. Super fun. All right, plant your left palm or fist. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, tuck the right arm under the left. Arm tunnel. Find an opening across your upper back that feels good. And if you're someone who this doesn't feel like a huge stretch for, maybe you don't have a ton of tension through your upper spine, you can turn this into like a light balancing exercise by bringing the left toes up. Trying to keep yourself kind of steady here. So you do you. 2 more breaths. Good, push the left hand down. Inhale, right arm to the sky. And exhale back to tabletop. Let's find that on the other side. Breathe in, reach the left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Find what feels good here. If the stretch isn't happening for you, you can bring the right toes back. Maybe lift them up. Playing with balance, core stability. Two more breaths. Push the right hand down, breathe in, left arm high. And exhale back to tabletop. All right, all of that hip stuff we did earlier was not for nothing. We're gonna do a mobility exercise called 90-90 right now, which can be uncomfortable if your legs aren't more warmed up. So come to a seated position on your butt. You're gonna send your right leg out in front of you first, and then your left leg goes back behind you. So it's called 90-90. It should be called 90-90-90 because there are 3 90-degree angles. So your right thigh is coming straight out from your body, then perpendicular to it is your shin, and then your right toes flex back, and then the left leg is in a mimicked pattern. So left leg comes straight out, directly beneath the left knee is the left ankle, and then toes flex back. So this might be a lot for you already, especially if you're newer to hip mobility exercises. So this will be a little bit uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful. So back off if you start to feel like a message from your body that is pain. So from here, the goal in this first phase of the exercise is to keep both of your knees pressed down. So the right leg is in external rotation. The back is in internal. So both legs are actively pressing down. And then with your chest held high, start to lean forward. You can bring your hands onto the ground at your sides for a little help. Keep your spine long. And as you push your right knee and thigh into the ground, start to reach and hover your chest over it. So you're adding a little bit of weight to this external rotation. This might feel a little bit like pigeon in your body if you're familiar. So 2 more breaths here, pushing both legs down. This is an active stretch. And then coming back up. Good. From here, keep the chest lifted. You're just turning your shoulders to face the back leg. This might be a lot already. I mentioned earlier that internal rotation in the hips is something we just don't do very often. And so it can be really sticky at first. So maybe today just like looking at the left knee is what happens for you here. That's great. If it's more comfortable for you to bring some of your hands to the ground, we're starting to pivot towards the left knee and then lean forward any amount, whatever is available to you. Notice how the right knee wants to pick up. Try to keep it also pushing down. And we're breathing this whole time, breathing. Good, now lean back just a tiny bit. We have 2 more little things and then we'll switch sides. So from here, I want you to squeeze your back glute, which pushes your hip forward, and then relax. Good, squeeze the back glute. This is stretching the front hip. Both knees are still pressed down towards the ground, and relax. Let's do one more like that. Breathe in, squeeze your left butt cheek. And exhale. Good, hands come back onto the earth behind you if they're not there. Point to your back toe, and now pivot the knee open and closed. This might be more comfortable with your foot flexed, pivoting on your heel or your toe. Try both. But this is, we are hinging the left leg open, just noticing what the range of motion is like, and also noticing the tendency of the right knee to come up to help. So not yet, right knee. Do 2 more of these, moving really slow, opening the left hip from internal rotation. Feels weird. Good, nice job. And the next time that you open up this leg, take the right leg over with it. And this is how we switch to the other side. So now you're like facing your left leg. All right, so now left shin is totally perpendicular in front of you. Check your right angles. It's important for alignment to keep your knees safe, pardon me, and also to get the benefits of this exercise. So check in with your 90-degree angles, front leg and back leg. Especially important to keep the back ankle underneath the back knee. It's more comfortable for it to come in like this, but that is less the point of the ways we're stretching the body in this exercise. So push both knees down. Notice already how this side might feel really different. It's just helpful information. And then pushing both thighs down. Start to fingertips to the earth, or to hover your chest over your left thigh. Both legs are active, spine is nice and long. Breathe in, breathe out. One more full round here. Good, come back up, sitting nice and tall. Pivot your chest to face the back leg. Just check in with what this feels like. It's totally normal for one of the hips to be a lot stickier than the other. So don't force what happened on the other side. If this is your tighter side, just observe what is happening and work with it, not against it. So we're trying to keep the left leg, the left side down. We are turning towards the right leg, maybe leaning forward. Again, hands might come to the earth to help keep you lifted up. Just checking in with this back hip. Ooh. Good, lean back a little, relax that. Now we're gonna squeeze the right glute, stretching the front of the right hip, and then release. 4 more. Inhale to squeeze. And exhale to release. Nice job. 3 more. You got it. Good. 1 more. Good. And now we play with the hinge open of the right leg. So keep the left thigh anchored down as much as you can, and either on your back heel or your back toe, lift like you're trying to open up a cooler full of treats, is like where my mind just went. I think I am hungry, and then back down. Cool. So again, we're just checking in with what this range of motion is like. It's okay if it doesn't open all the way. It's okay if it is really sticky. Use the breath. Know that even trying out this exercise is introducing new movements to the hips, which can help keep them healthy and strong. Do 2 more. Keeping the left leg anchored down best you can. Cool. And then just for fun, you can open the right leg all the way, and spin back to front. And so now if you wanted to do this exercise again, you have the right leg right in front. But for the purposes of this class, you can now send your legs straight out in front of you. You can give them a little wiggle. I'd love to hear from you after class what you thought about that exercise. People tend to love it or hate it, and that's all good. So, all right, wiggle any flesh out from underneath you. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Breathe in, reach your fingertips high. Exhale, fold forward, draping the torso over the legs. Option here to bend the knees a lot. Give yourself a hug. If you're experiencing a lot of tightness, you can also kind of just gently rock yourself side to side. Three more breaths here. Good. Gently roll up to a tall seat. We're going to take a second forward fold, so you can do that exact same one. If you want to play with a wide leg forward fold to stretch through your inner hips, your inner thighs, send your legs as wide as feels comfortable. Keep your toes flexed back, and then internal rotation is what's happening. So you might kind of like wiggle your strong thigh meat back behind you so that both hips can go internally. If you're doing the other forward fold, keep breathing. You have 5 breaths, whatever shape you're in. And last 2. Go ahead and gently roll up to a tall seat and make your way flat onto your back. Our last 3 shapes will be on our back. So send your arms, arms at your side. Cross your right leg over your left. This is cow face legs. And if this is uncomfortable, you can take figure 4 on your back, but try to cross your knees over each other, and then you can grab for opposite legs. This is a stretch for the right hip. Two more breaths. And then with legs still crossed, bring your arms out to a T, drop your legs over towards the left, big twist. If the legs crossed is more than you're looking for, uncross them. You can gaze towards your right fingertips. Relax your body into this twist. Three more breaths. Where are you still gripping, still holding? Gently bring your legs back to center. And we'll find cow face legs the other way. So left knee crosses over the right. If it's accessible, you can grab for your legs. Maybe you take figure 4 instead if this is just not working. Let your shoulders grow heavy. Let your spine rest long on the ground. And if your legs still crossed, arms out to a T, drop your legs over towards the right, big twist. Unwrap your legs if it's too much. Relax your jaw. Breathe into your belly button here. 3 big, slow, easy breaths. Good. Gently come back to center. One last little happy baby here. Grab for the backs of your legs, your shins, your feet. Maybe ninja baby is calling to you. With your last 5 breaths here, find what you need. All right, the final shape we're going to take together is legs up the wall. So if you are near an actual wall, or maybe there's a dresser or whatever, you can put your legs up. If you don't have one of those nearby or a chair, you can grab your block, put it underneath your sacrum, and then lift your legs straight up. You'll be able to find a place where your weight kind of counteracts against the blocks so that your legs can stay up. And then with your hands, we're just going to find some gentle movements through the wrist. So bring your hands up to the sky and start to find little circles, rolling the backs of the hands against each other, just really easy. Switch direction. Keeping the breath really slow, really full. Good. Send one palm out. Tug your fingertips back towards your forearm, stretching the inside of your forearm. 4 breaths here. And then switch hands, stretching the front of the left forearm, the inside. Nice and easy. 4 breaths here. Good, release that. Go back to the first hand. This time we're gonna send fingertips down to the ground and we're gonna stretch the top of the wrist. So you're pulling along the top of your hand, stretching the skin on the top of the wrist, gently stretching all those tiny little joints. Maybe you give the meat of your palm a little massage while you're here. You have 3 breaths. Gently release that side. We'll find the same stretch on the left hand, stretching the top of the left wrist, maybe gently massaging through the meat of the base of the thumb. And releasing that side. A couple more here, this time just for the fingers. With both hands out, bring your pinky to touch your thumb on each hand. Stretch your other fingers really wide. Breathe in. And breathe out, release thumb and pinky. This time, bring your ring finger to touch your thumb, or whatever fingers you've got. Stretching all the others wide. Breathe in. Breathe out, release. This time, middle finger to thumb, stretching other fingers. Breathe in. And release. And now pointer finger to thumb, stretching fingers. Breathe in. And breathe out, release. Work your way back out to the pinkies now, really slow. When you're all done, find those same little circles with the hand that we started with, first in one direction, then the other. And then if this feels really good to you in your body, you can stay right here. If you'd like to close out class together with us, so hug your knees into your chest so you can gently remove the block. You're coming out of legs up the wall. Roll onto one side, make your way to your tall seated position. Take your time. Find a comfortable seated position. We will end class with 3 big breaths, just like we began. So palms rest comfortably on your thighs, spine is long, chest is proud. Maybe imagine you're wearing a crown. That's how long and tall your spine is. As you breathe in, sweep your arms up to the sky, take in fresh air and nutrients. As you breathe out, bring that down to your heart. 2 more like that. Breathe in, reach high. Breathe out. Last one, biggest breath of all Wednesday. Biggest breath out. Lift your thumbs to third eye center, merging heart and mind. I bow in gratitude to each of you for sharing this practice, to the practice that keeps us connected when we're far apart. Namaste and Happy New Year. All right, thank you for coming. We did some stuff a little bit differently, so if you have thoughts or feelings about them, I would love to hear them. Also, I'm starting to think about what we might do in class in 2021. I plan to keep doing hour-long classes on Wednesdays and short little ones on Fridays. So if you like truly any ideas, if you're like, what if we did a different format of class? I would also love to hear that. So thanks again for being part of this journey that I've gone on in 2020. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will see you in